Hey guys, welcome back to the messy room. It's Maya. Honestly, I've been sitting here in the dark for about 20 minutes just watching the orange light from the street lamp hit the ceiling. If it's 10:50 p.m. on a Monday. How are you? Actually, how are you doing? Don't feel pressure to answer that if the answer is I'm exhausted and I want to disappear into a mountain of blankets, because same. Monday has this way of just, I don't know, vibrating at a higher frequency than the rest of the week, right? Even when it's quiet, it's loud, it's demanding. It's that feeling of having 100 browser tabs open in your brain and you can't find where the music is coming from. I'm looking out my window right now. The sky over the neighborhood is just heavy. It's not even raining, which is almost worse. It's just this thick gray ceiling of clouds that catches all the city lights and turns them into this weird artificial orange glow. It feels like the city is holding its breath. It's surprisingly warm for mid-April too. I walked home in a trench coat today because the forecast said chilly, but by 3 p.m. I was literally sweating through my sweater vest. Classic for this city, right? Always keeping you slightly uncomfortable so you don't forget you're here. Today was a lot. You know how last week I told you about how much I've been vibing with that movie, Little Forest? The one where the girl just goes back to her rural village and cooks what she grows. Well, I tried so hard to take that piece with me today. I really did. I woke up and instead of checking my phone first thing, I just stared at my wall for 5 minutes. I made my bed. Okay. I pulled the duvet over the pillows. That counts as making the bed, right? And I packed my bag, but the moment I stepped out of my apartment and onto the street, the illusion just kind of shattered. I was standing at the bus stop listening to the soundtrack from the movie. It's all acoustic guitars and soft piano. It feels like sunbeams through leaves. But then the bus pulls up and the brakes let out this soul-piercing screech. The doors hiss open, and suddenly I'm being pushed into a space that smells like damp wool and industrial strength floor cleaner. I found a seat by the window, and for the next 40 minutes I was just stuck in this weird duality. In my ears, I was in a mountain village far away, harvesting sweet potatoes. In my eyes, I was watching the gray storefronts of the city blur by, seeing people frantically checking their watches, mashing their thumbs against their phone screens. I saw this one guy at the stoplights. He was wearing this perfectly tailored suit, but he was aggressively eating a greasy bagel wrapped in foil. And he looked so angry, like the bagel had personally offended him. And I just thought, why are we all so rushed? Why is it only Monday morning and we're already running out of time? I got to the office at 9:15. I'm a junior marketer, which is basically code for the person who has to translate corporate nonsense into pretty pixels. And boy, was there a lot of nonsense today. As soon as I walked in, I saw Jessica. You remember Jessica from marketing, right? She's the one who drinks those green goddess smoothies that look like they were harvested from the bottom of a swamp. She was already at her desk, typing so fast it sounded like a machine gun. She looked at me and said, "Maya, great you're here. We're pulling a huddle for Project Pulse in 5. We need to deep dive into the cross-departmental synergy for the Q2 roadmap. We're targeting a 15% increase in user stickiness by leveraging our omnichannel touchpoints. Pour honestly." I just blinked. I stood there for a solid 3 seconds, just processing those words. Stickiness, synergy, touchpoints. It's like we stop speaking a human language the moment we badge into the building. I just nodded and said, "Got it, Jessica. I'll bring the resonance." I don't even know what that means. I'm becoming a professional at the I understand, but I'm actually thinking about past a nod. The meeting for Project Pulse lasted 90 minutes in a room with white fluorescent lights that make everyone look like they've been underground for a decade. my boss kept saying, we need to make the brand feel authentic but scalable. He wanted a color palette that was organic but with a digital edge. I sat there staring at my notebook, doodling little leaves and thinking about the little forest girl. She just has to worry about whether the rice is cooked or the tomatoes are ripe. But here I am, debating with 4 people about whether a specific shade of teal feels too aggressive for a welcome email. At one point, Jessica suggested we gamify the user journey to maximize the dopamine loop. And I just looked at my reflection in the dark screen of my laptop and thought, I just want to go home and tell my cat about my day. By 2 p.m., I hit the wall, the Monday wall. It's that point where your brain just refuses to process any more hex codes or Excel sheets. I felt that itch, you know? The digital burnout. So I did my little rebellion. I didn't ask for permission. I just stood up, grabbed my bag, and told Jessica I was going for a strategic sensory reset. She actually took a note of that, probably to use it in her next performance review. I walked 2 blocks over to this little matcha spot I like. It's not fancy. It's actually kind of small and the table legs are uneven, but they have these big windows that look out onto a quiet-ish side street. I spent $7 on an iced matcha latte. $7? That's like an hour of my life traded for some green powder and milk. But sitting there away from the hum of the office, it felt like the only thing that made sense. I just watched the clouds. If they were still that heavy, flat gray. I watched a delivery guy sitting on his bike, taking a break looking at the sky just like I was. And that's when I realized Monday is just a bridge. It's the bridge we have to cross to get from the version of ourselves that exists on the weekends, the version that cooks and sleeps and watches movies and feels like a person, to the version that exists for the company. We spend so much energy trying to be productive Maya or synergy Maya that we forget that the bridge is temporary. We don't live on the bridge, we just pass through it. I sat in that cafe for 20 minutes just being me Maya, no deadlines, no digital edges, just me and some iced green tea. Now I'm back in my neighborhood. The bridge is closed for the night. I walked home past the brownstones and the air smelled like damp earth and city exhaust, a weirdly comforting mix. I'm currently sitting on my floor because my bed has too many clothes on it that I haven't folded yet. Matcha is currently obsessed with a stray piece of fusilli from my dinner. Seeing her so focused on a piece of pasta, it really puts things into perspective. She doesn't care about Q2 projections, she's just vibing. I want you to know whatever your Monday looked like, whether you crushed your meetings or you spent the whole day hiding in the bathroom to avoid your Jessica, you did a good job. You made it across the bridge today. You're home, or even if you're not home yet, you're here with me in this messy room. Let's just let the day go. Let the omnichannel stickiness and the synergistic blues fade away. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We're one step closer to Friday and one step closer to being our forest self again. I hope my voice helped you wind down a little. Treat yourself to something simple tonight. A glass of water, a nice smelling lotion, maybe just a few minutes of sitting in the dark and not thinking about your inbox. You deserve that. I'm gonna go now. Matcha is giving me the look that says, why are you talking to a box when you could be brushing me? Sleep well, okay? Everything is gonna be all right. I'll see you in the next diary entry. Goodbye.